because I've had people who say to me a couple of different things like, yeah, why did you tell us? I'll use Rudy as an example because he was always my favourite character in the book. And people said, why did you tell us that Rudy was going to die? And then you did it. I was like, death wasn't joking back there in the middle of the book. And the reason I did that was there were quite a few reasons for that. The first, and in this particular instance, okay, first of all, I wanted Death to tell a story slightly to the left of the way we would tell a story. I always wanted Death to speak a little bit the same way we speak, but just to the left or right. And so even when he said things like the sky, who was wide and blue and magnificent, or the trees, who was standing to the left or right, I wanted Death to speak about trees and earth and all these sorts of things as if they were colleagues. And I wanted it to be like Death is the missing part of us. And so I wanted Death to just give things away. And he's like, I'm Death. Are you going to argue with me? And even so, he had that element to his character. I also wanted to take that risk. I thought, what if I just tell everyone what's going to happen? Can I still get them to keep reading? And it's not so much to have them in mystery. And Death even says, I think mystery bores me, it chores me. And I mean, even that sort of expression was an unusual way I wanted to do things. Yeah, you're going to regret this. Because I can talk for 20 minutes about this one. But I'll be quick. There are about 4 reasons why I left that open. The first is it's unintentional. I didn't mean really to leave that open because I had a clear idea of what I thought it was. Now the question at the bottom of all of that is, did Rudy and Max stay together, live together their whole lives? And I can do the politically correct answer, which is, it's up to you, the reader. And it is, but I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to give you my version of events, which aren't right. They're just my version of events beyond the pages. And I think my version is actually the more romantic, just for the record, because my feeling is they don't. Max goes and lives somewhere else. Liesel goes to Australia and lives there. It's like they went through so much together, and they went through so many things in that war that I think they needed to start fresh lives. There are definitely more reasons. The other main reason, the big one, and this is why I think it's more romantic that they don't, and there are different kinds of love in the book. There's Liesel's love of books, there's Liesel's relationship with her foster father, her foster mother, and with Rudy, and with Max. And I saw the love with Max as being a brotherly, sisterly kind of love. Whereas I thought Rudy was the one who, he was the love of her life in a way, and I thought she has to go away from that world, and not someone within that world could have her if Rudy couldn't have her. And that's why I feel like they did go separate ways, but they did have a relationship their whole lives, and that's my version of events. But if you beginning, and everything's an end when you're writing. And the only advice I can give is that the problem most people who want to write is that for whatever reason, it's often not their fault, it's not their top priority. In my opinion, if you want to be a writer, writing has to be 1 or 2 on your list of things. And I had to write myself a note recently as well, saying the truth is that writing the very thing that's given you everything has slipped near the bottom of your list of priorities. You're letting everything else get in the way. And it's how much you've just got to spend time with it. And I think it's a bit like, there's this great quote by Neil Young, whether you love his music or not, but he says, accessing creativity, it's like waiting for a wild animal to come out of its hole. You don't stick your hand in because you'll get bitten. You just sit there patiently and wait for it to come out.